Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ADP students of IR. Today the topic is international relation meanings and introduction. International relations have become a vital for the whole humanity and are characterized by a high degree of interactions and interdependence. A nation state cannot exist all alone, and it plays roles of individual of primitive past who could not live without the help of the other individuals. In the modern time, the world has shrunk as a result of scientific advancement and technological development, and an event of and part of world leaves deep impact on rest of the world. Thus, the modern state is the interdependence of counterparts. It maintains regular relations with other states. International relations adopt different shapes in the different period of world history. In the old time, the states played very reduced roles. On some occasions, they interacted into defense treaties or to some extent developed trade relations under the need of their subjects. But the World War first changed the pattern of state relations. We may witness major changes in the relations which results in systematic study of international relations. The World War II also added further changes in it. The period has searched for a new international system to replace the old one. The scholars worked for a new pattern of relationship in world dominating by capitalist and communist, divided by rich and poor nations, developed and underdeveloped, technological advanced and backward. Thus the study of international relations become very complex and not easy job. The study of international relations in transition and pass through many phases. In the rapidly changing world, it becomes complex because it has to deal with more than 185 nation states, international organizations and groups, and international relationships at various levels. It plays its role of the main actor in the international community. The contents and approaches to the subjects of expanding as scholars apply the insights and techniques of many disciplines and tools of modern technology to the problem of international affairs. At present, many approaches are said to be used in international relations. Traditional approach is supplemented by the scientific and behavioral approaches, while the system approach has declared it a full-fledged discipline of social sciences. These new approaches have made significant impact on the study of international relations. They decrease the gap between theory and practice to provide better tools for analysis and to apply techniques of behavioral sciences to international relations. Now the meaning. The term of international was first used by Jeremy Bentham in the later part of 18th century. With regard to the laws of nation, consequently, the term international relations was used to define the official relations between the nation states. There are two views regarding the meaning of international relations, narrow and broader. According to narrow view, international relations are the official relations international conducted by the authorized leaders of the state. According to the restricted the scope of international relations and confined to the official relations and exclude the relations other than the official from purview of international relation. Professor Don takes a narrow view of international relations and defines as the actual relations that take place across national boundaries or as the body of knowledge which we have given those relations at any given time. According to the broader view, many scholars have contributed and believe that official and unofficial relations by official and unofficial organizations fall within domains of international relations. The following definitions are offering to international relations in this regard. Travel Trailer International Relations, the discipline which tries to explain political activities across state boundaries and to date has been chiefly concerned with the political relations between government official representative of states. The political relations are seen as having a unique nature and thus their study from separate branch of political science known as international relations. Stanley Hoffman suggests the discipline of international relations is concerned with the factors of activities which affects the external policies and the power of basic units into which the world is divided. Accordingly, the international relations includes a wide variety of transitional relations, political or non-political, officials and unofficial, formal and informal. According to Theodore A. Columbus and James H. Wolfe, it is not only a distinct field of study, but it also includes international theory, comparative foreign policy, analysis, international law, international organization, comparative politics, and regional studies, strategies studies, international development, international communications, peace studies, and conflict resolutions, including arms control and disarmament. John Hansen, J.R. and Herbert J. Spiro, and prominent among them who drew the line of demarcation between the two terms. According to former, the discipline of international relations is used primarily to describe official politics relations between government acting acting on behalf of their states. While according to later international politics today is not conducted between or among nations, or it is most important phases even between states. They believe that international politics is narrow, while international relations is wide term. It includes within its purview all aspects of relation between countries and people, political or non-political, official, unofficial, peaceful or warlike, legal or cultural, and economic or geographic. Bedford and Lincoln also made clear distinction between international relations and international politics. They said in its broadest sense, the field of international relations comprises merit on contacts among individuals, business organizations, cultural institutions, and political personalities of many different countries. When people speak of international relations, however, they usually thinking of relationship between states and as such. This is be expected in view of the fact that it is the state which make the vital decisions affecting peace and war, and that is their government, which have the authority of regulate business travel, commerce, use of resources, political ideas, territorial jurisdiction, nationality, communication, employment of armed forces, and other aspects of international affairs. The relationship between states is described as international politics, that is, the interaction of state policies. This is the core of contemporary international relations. Since the term relation has a number of meanings such as context, connection, and action or reaction. Thus, many writers have defined the international relation as an action on the part of state of government directed towards another state of government which, which reacts on it. On the other hand, international politics is referred to the politics of international community in a rather narrow sense, relating the diplomacy and political relations among states or political units.